Alright guys, trying to do just a quick, easy video on how to set up the autopilot for the Citation CJ4, and a lot of people have trouble with it. It's actually pretty simple. Once you figure it out, it takes maybe like 30 to 45 seconds to set it up. So I'm just trying to get to the point because some of the other tutorials are a little bit long and not very user friendly. This is on the Xbox X. Once this loads up, I'll show you what to do. Loading times are usually a little bit long on this game. Alright, here we go. This is a night flight from Atlanta to Mexico City. I think it's Atlanta. Alright, so, the first steps, get all these things taken care of. So you're going to request the boarding.
VA 70 parking 5 for ground service. Ready to embark passengers.
Hello, Captain.
Alright. So let's start here. I do the key bind to add fuel because I like to sell it before every flight. So then you're gonna come here, make that invisible. Let's turn on the lights just so we can see. So the first thing is you're gonna go right here. You're gonna go to legs, and then we're gonna look for vectors of discontinuities here. You see there's nothing on this page. So we're gonna hit next. There's nothing there. We have a discontinuity here, so what we're going to do is we're going to click the one below it, copy it on the discontinuity, and then we're going to hit execute. That will take care of that. Let's keep going, see if there's anything else. There's nothing there, nothing there, nothing there. That's after the misapproach, and we're good to go. The next step is you're going to go here, so it knows where we are. Hit there, and with the remote, and then click there. So you see now that message is gone. Now you're ready to set it up. You're gonna click your flight directors on. Once you're in the air, I'll show you guys. You gotta make sure you're aligned with the magenta line right here. So we have our flight directors on for now. Let's set up the altitude. I believe we picked 30,000 feet for this one. We got the 30,000 feet. Let's get the IFR clearance.
Clearance delivery Cessna,
and then from there we can
7146 ready to copy IFR clearance to Mexico City.
I like to do that.
Cessna November 57146 is cleared to Mexico City Airport as filed. Expect runway 25, maintain FL 300. Departure frequency is 126.
Pressure, set it to standard.
5 squawk 657 tree.
Turn on my DIs. Never turn this 2 on. Doesn't seem to be a problem.
Clear to Mexico City as file runway 25, maintain FL 300.
That's on your safety
Departure
lights.
frequency is 126.
Pretty much set up.
Niner
Ready to
75
take
squawk
off now.
657 tree, Cessna November 5 7146.
My flaps are already at 15 degrees, so
Cessna
it's not going to
146
be a
readback
problem
is
there.
correct. Contact ground on 124. 1 when ready to taxi. Good day.
It's tough getting out of here.
warmest welcome to our passenger, Mr. Peacock. This passenger is in vacation with some relatives for a few days. The service must be impeccable. Have a nice trip.
Okay, let's get taxi
Ground
clearance.
Cessna, November 5, 7146
confirm and we'll get
migrating
going.
to taxi, IFR.
Try never to skip to take off because you lose a lot of money.
And hold short of
Usually
runway
want to go through
25.
with it.
Using taxiway Bravo. Contact
Just do the
tower
sim
on
rate. You can set a
124.
keybind for that.
When ready.
The 2 times sim rate is usually the best.
Taxi 2 and hold short runway
do this 8 to
25
10 hour
using
flights in
taxiway
about an
Bravo
hour.
Cessna
Which is pretty good.
146.
Careful here. Crash into anything. Welcome to
Today's
passengers.
passenger is Mr. Peacock today. I know pretty cool. He's one of our best clients leaving for vacation. Have a nice trip.
I do have what Mr. Peacock is, but it's okay. This is very short. Taxi, God, sometimes it takes long. You're usually going to be about like 2% thrust, so you don't get hit with any violations. You want to go too fast. But if you put it slow, sim rate times 3, get there quicker. Trying to do this as fast as possible.
We need to reduce our taxi speed down to adapted standards, Captain.
Don't worry about that. Usually the first time you get a warning, you won't get any violations right away. At least on the CJ4. Even the 737, they just hit you with it right away. Finally here. Let's get clearance and get this ground there.
Tower Cessna, November 5, 7146, ready for IFR departure, runway 25.
Cessna November 5, 7146, altimeter 30, 20, cleared for takeoff runway 25.
Clear for takeoff, runway 25 Cessna, November 5, 7146. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board this flight to Mexico City. I'm First Officer Jessica Elliott, and I'm here to ensure you have an enjoyable flight to Mexico City today. If there's anything we can do to make your flight more enjoyable, please let us know. I I gently remind you to fasten your seatbelt and that this is a non-smoking flight. You'll find a safety briefing card in the seat pocket in front of you. Prepare for takeoff. Thank you.
Usually like to roll it up all the way. Then take off. We're ready. Remember, under 10,000 feet, you gotta keep it under 250 knots. So you wanna pull down on the thrust once you take off.
V1, rotate.
Your gears up. Let's cut that thrust a little bit. 60%.
Cessna 146 contact departure on 126. 975. Good day.
126, 975 for Cessna 146.
Forget about the blue squares. You wanna look right here. Line up with the magenta line right
Departure
here.
Cessna November 57146.
Sometimes it will disappear, so just look at this one.
Climbing.
If it disappears, then line up right here.
Cessna November 57146 departure
Going to
altimeter
zero
30.
flaps now.
20 radar contact. Continue to halo.
This is pretty close. So now we're gonna set up, turn on our autopilot, turn on our nav, we'll turn on vertical speed. I like to do usually 2,000 feet per minute. I guess we'll see eventually. You see now the plane's turning by itself. We'll start following the route pretty soon here. And I'll line with the magenta line, and then from there on out, we'll be pretty good to go. That's pretty much it. It's lined up. Like the speed. Let's bring this up a little bit. 2,500. I want to stay in the green. I want to go to the yellow because then you spam it your engines. If you're rear mode at least. This graphics beautiful. We're streaming this live, but I'll clip